What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Betting. Today is Monday, December 8th. Honestly, guys, I don't think we have that many people in here yet, but this slate honestly is like dog shit, in my opinion. I think this slate sucks, man. So I don't know how much stuff there's going to be to talk about. This is going to be a stream where like I definitely have some opinions and stuff like that, and I want to go back over some lines that I liked earlier for sure, and seeing like if like they went in my favor or something. And then we can maybe get back in on those because that's something that I actually like doing a little bit. Is just seeing lines that I liked earlier and they move in my favor, even though like obviously that means someone else has a good opinion and move the market against it. But yeah, I like doing stuff like that. So we got like Kings Pacers. That game starts in about 40 minutes actually. Wolves Suns is in about an hour, and then Pelicans and Spurs. Guys, it's like a really quiet week this week. I think like tomorrow we only have 2 games. We have Heat and Magic, and then we have Knicks and Raptors. And then like Wednesday, what is it? Phoenix OKC, Spurs Lakers. Like it's yeah, dude. It's like cup week or whatever. So there's not many games. All these teams get a nice rest and stuff. Huff PR, hot sauce. I like that. That is something I definitely looked at for sure. Siakam 8 rebounds. Yeah. So I'll break down those a little bit more in depth. I want to quick talk about a couple things here that I was like looking at pretty closely today. One of them being DeMar, and it looks like this line kind of moved not against me, but too far. I wanted to get an 18.5. I wanted to get like an 18.5, like minus 110, widely available for this one. So guys, DeMar, I don't know like if this is actually like an edge or not. I think it is. I think it kind of makes sense in my brain, right? But obviously, guys, if we know DeMar, right, it's like they're a defense that he's a guy who like doesn't really shoot threes at all. He pretty much just shoots midi, shoots he'll get in the paint a little bit, I guess, and shoot some like close like pull-ups and stuff. But he's a guy who like does not shoot threes for shit. So like what I actually did is I took away like against like top 10 3-point defenses, and it got a lot better. But then also like if I sorted by, because a lot of these are against like really good defensive teams too, right? Like the Rockets are very good defensively, Suns are very good defensively. The Wolves are fine. Hawks are pretty good defensively. The Bulls obviously are not. But if you like go like by defensive rating too, here, where is that? Opponent defensive rating too. And if you do like versus like below average teams, pretty good, man. So yeah, I don't know. DeMar, I liked him at more at 18.5, and I guess like Novig, Profit X have that, but that's kind of what I was thinking for this game. Jay Huff, 16.5 points and rebounds. So yeah, I'm a fan of Jay Huff personally. I think it definitely makes a fair bit of sense. So got Jay Huff at 10 points. So yeah, the big thing about here is that they shouldn't need to play Tony Bradley at all because this team doesn't have like any big men, right? It's like Max Reno, like Drew Eubanks and Precious Achua and stuff. So like sometimes the Pacers will throw Tony Bradley in there when their bigs are getting fried. The bigs shouldn't be getting fried here at all. So I think the minutes should be pretty good for Huff. It's obviously like a good matchup, right? I know Jay Huff doesn't really score a ton in the paint, but they are like the Kings like are brutal. I think they're most points in the paint. So he's actually more of like a catch and shoot guy. He's like kind of a pick and pop guy, which is definitely good. Like pick and roll stuff against the Kings is definitely good. So I mean, yeah, I'd probably have Jay Huff. What did he play? 28. I think that Nuggets game was a really bad matchup, 26, 25. So he's been starting and playing like, I'd probably have him for like 25 minutes. I think that sounds about good, right? So there's a 15.5 PR line out there too at FanDuel. And yeah, I think that like I think he started the year off really poorly. Like if I'm not wrong, Jay Huff stats. Let's see, what's he shooting? Yep, he's shooting very, very poor, right? So you could even argue that his like numbers are pretty skewed, right? He's probably closer to like a 50% and like 38% 3-point guy. So shooting very under expected, and you could still make the case. So like he's at 15.5 PR. We have him at 25 minutes divided by 18.3 times 11.2. Yeah, gets him at 15.3, but like bad shooting variance, probably get some normal shooting variance, probably gets him to like 16 and good matchup. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have this line like at 16.5 juiced over. So I definitely actually do like this, to be honest. Siakam 8 rebounds. See, so Siakam's a weird guy. He probably guards Keegan Murray, and I don't think that's great for rebounding, to be honest with you. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, Kings are definitely a poor rebounding team. I think they're like one of the worst of the last like 10 games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Siakam's like a weird guy though, dude. I mean, maybe we could go to like opponent rebounds allowed and just do like bottom 10 and see how he's okay. And then it definitely gets better. And then some of these games like lost by 20, only 30 minutes, lost by 16. Yeah, I think it's probably fairly priced personally. Like 7.5 feels like a like he's 7.1 on the year. He's playing big minutes for most of these games, obviously, right? He's at like 34 minutes. So I think this is probably priced fairly, to be honest. Yeah, Maxine. So here's the thing. So Kings, I probably would never like nuke a Kings prop, to be honest with you. I don't know if you actually mean like nuke, like put like 3 units on it or something. But here's the thing with like the Kings stuff is like, dude, Doug Christie his rotations are so random and stuff. Like he'll randomly give guys really good minutes. He'll randomly give guys shit minutes. He kind of just like goes based off like how good they play, unless your name's Keegan Murray. I think Keegan Murray's like the one guy who will always play pretty solid minutes. But yeah, he started last game for the first time and played 25 minutes. He absolutely balled out before that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I'd put his minutes at, man. I will say it's like, yeah, the Pacers bigs like suck at defense. Like it's definitely like a beautiful matchup for him, like 100%. But yeah, his minutes, like I don't know what I would project his minutes at. I think it's pretty all over the place for sure. But with that being said, I definitely like lean over. I think it's a good matchup for sure. So yeah, definitely like that. Another one that I was like looking at, and I was hoping this would go down to 23.5, more widely available. As you can see, there's some 23.5 guys. And to be honest, guys, this Siakam at 3.5 is pretty juicy, I think. So if you want to go here, so the Kings, obviously, guys, if you go to like opponent shooting, you go to like less than 10 feet and do like last 10 games, etc. Obviously, guys, the Kings have been getting fried. Like most field goals made, like more than the Wizards, which is like bad whenever you're ranking worse than the Wizards. But one weird thing that I noticed where the Kings like really don't defend, it's actually not like the restricted area where they're getting fried. Like the restricted area for the Kings is actually like not terrible for whatever reason. Where are they? Let's see. Let's go to last 10 games. It's actually like that like non-restricted area paint. So if you go to like into paint, non-restricted area, right? Like they're getting fried there, dude. Like they're giving up like, yeah, I mean, decent amount from the restricted area too, but just from like the painted area in general, man. And that's like kind of like Siakam's game, right? If you look at his chart, like that's damn near his dominant scoring zone is like this little like floater area, short midi area. So yeah, and like Keegan Murray's probably going to guard him. I think that's a pretty solid matchup for him for sure. And guys, one thing about Siakam too is that like if you do some like advanced filters, because the Pacers have had some games where they were just getting like blown out. If you just do like 15 or less points that they've lost by, his season average goes up to 26.2. He's over in 11 out of 15. So guys, if you can, and he's like very like the misses were like 22 points. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that like Siakam like 20 points and something maybe like Siakam 6 rebounds and like 20 points. I don't know what that would get you. But if that could get you like minus 125, I think that's like a great look. But yeah, Siakam stuff is something I have very, very strong leans on for sure. So yeah, really like Pascal Siakam. Let's see, have we got any news? Wow. Pacers are starting Ethan Thompson. Wow. So Luke Kornet's in, Westbrook, Levine, DeRozan, Murray, Reynaud. So that's good for your Max Reynaud thing that he's starting. Yeah. So Wemby out Monday, uncertain for Wednesday. Okay. Cool. Herb Jones is still questionable, so that'll be interesting. This Dylan Brooks news is obviously like very, very important too. Like Dylan Brooks is like literally like shooting the ball so damn much that if he's out, like that will change like a ton of things. So yeah, guys. Let's see. We're about 10 minutes in here. Guys, if you are on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. And if you guys are on YouTube, guys, and you have any sort of opinion, like I said, it's a 3-game slate, so I kind of need you guys' questions here. And I'll make sure to get to all of them for sure. So if you guys are on YouTube, drop a like, sub, ask questions. If you guys are on Twitter, make sure to shoot me a follow on X as well if you guys are watching on Twitter. Yep, I talked about Reynaud already, and I definitely lean over, right? Like I said, I will say though, it just like his minutes, like if he plays like 18 minutes here, like I would not be surprised. It's all like game script with these Kings guys and stuff. Like they really just kind of do whatever. Guys, another interesting look for this game. Honestly, dude, I really kind of think this is a pretty good price. So Keegan Murray under 1.5 threes at plus 150, right? So not saying I think this is going to win, but at plus 150, especially at FanDuel, guys, I think this is a really good price. So the Pacers are obviously very, very good at defending the three-point line. Obviously, guys, Keegan, he'll have some on-ball stuff, but in terms of shooting threes, he's mostly a catch-and-shoot guy. Pacers don't give up much catch-and-shoot stuff at all. And obviously on Props Madness, you can see that they defend above the break threes in specific very, very well, which Keegan's not a corner camper anymore. But yeah, so Keegan this year, guys, he's playing really big minutes, even though he started off the year hurt. He's averaging 6 threes attempted. I think it's like fair to like obviously project like less attempts than usual. So when you go to Keegan shooting 5 to 6 threes, right? So I'd probably like have him shooting like 5.5 or something if I had to project it. And you just go to like all time. Keegan with 5 to 6 3-pointers attempted is actually under in 53.6% of games, and you're getting a plus 150 on this. So I don't know like how sticky that is, right? Because like 5 or 6 threes, obviously you expect him to hit 2 threes when he shoots that much. But it was just a thought of mine. I think it's a pretty good price at plus 150, just because Pacers don't really they defend the 3-point line well, but they don't. They'll funnel stuff inside, which is what we talked about with DeMar DeRozan too. Mark Williams, I will absolutely get to that. Yeah, and like Dylan sits. Yep, I will absolutely get to that on the next game. But yeah, I think Mark. I don't know if Mark's going to see a usage increase if Dylan sits. He's kind of like a play finisher, Like I don't know if he's going to get like post touches, many of them, and when they are, they're going to be against Rudy. So I actually don't know about that if Dylan sits. I'd probably look to someone else. Like I'm already on Gillespie for tonight, but yeah, I don't know if I'd gravitate towards Mark if he's out. Champagny, yeah, I did too. I'm on Champagny. I wonder, he's definitely not going to start. I don't think he's going to start. At least it's going to be like, unless maybe Castle comes off the bench, but I would not think that would be the case personally. Yeah, I was wondering to see if Champagny's threes went down, dude. I got this at like minus 145, and I played some 3+ too. But yeah, I love Champagny too. I think that 9.5 points is cool. I think like all threes is cool. I think all that stuff's fun. Even like PA, dude. Like, what's his PA at? It looks like he doesn't have one. Weird. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, just people get like weird assists all the time against the Spurs or against the Pelicans because they just like throw some like crazy traps and like like De'Aaron Fox will get trapped or something, and then people will get these like hockey assists and stuff. So like it's like someone like a Harrison Barnes, dude. I think like I don't love like laying juice on like a Harrison Barnes assist prop, but I think that this actually makes like a lot of sense, dude. So I guess they did play the Pelicans a couple times. One game he had 6 assists, but that was before that was with Willie Green coaching. So they've been a little bit different schematically since they got what's his name? James Borrego coaching for them. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for tuning in, bloke. ULT bloke. I love that name. Dude, I think first quarter player props have good edges for sure some of the times. Do you have like Scorpion? Do you have any like first quarter stuff like in general? Like if you get like a starting lineup change and some Herb Jones type guy who's just going to sit in the corner starting and some high usage guys going to the bench, like yeah, I think like first quarter stuff like you can get some really good edges through them. So definitely high variance. Like you might pull your hair out after like your guy shoots like 0 for 4 and you had him at like over 2.5 first quarter points or something, but. Yeah, no, I think that there are definitely good edges in the first quarter markets. Do I like Castle? I do have Castle thoughts. So let's see. What about this like Ethan Thompson, dude? So who are they starting? Garrison Matthews. I don't hate Jarris Walker. Yeah, Jarris Walker's cooked, dude. He played 9 minutes last game. Damn, they're just giving up on bro. That sucks. But no, I do have some Castle thoughts. So this might be smarter to live bet, to be honest. I know we all want to it's more fun and stuff to it's more fun and stuff to like make these bets pregame and stuff. But like realistically, if you're just like watching the game and you watch like the first couple of possessions and you get the scheme that you're looking for, it's probably way smarter to live bet. So guys, James Borrego sometimes leaves like a non-shooter, like iffy shooters, non-shooters like wide open from deep. And so this is obviously like with a different head coach, but 5 of Castle's first 6 3-pointer attempts came in the first quarter. They were like really, really like sagging off him pretty aggressively. So guys, if you guys have 365, I don't hate over 3.5 threes attempted here. Justin Herbert's okay. For some reason I thought it said it wasn't playing. But yeah, I think there's a decent chance that Castle gets just like left wide open from deep. And you could probably tell that from like the first possession, right? Like if Castle, if you just like watch the first possession for the Spurs and Castle's like left pretty wide open, or if he's guarded by a center, like live betting him for sure. His assists, yeah, I mean, I think his assists make sense for sure. Like, let's see, without Wemby, I know he was diming in the Pelicans, or was he? He was in this one game. I mean, 6 potentials. Let's see, like, what about like with Fox? Yeah, even like with Fox, he was diming, dude, which is crazy. Yeah, no, for sure. I think that makes sense. Maybe like wait to see if he's starting for sure. But he's definitely going to be on a minute restriction. Like he missed pretty good time, to be honest. So I don't hate Castle assists. I think it makes sense for sure. Yeah, against Pelicans, he had 18 potential assists, which is crazy. I mean, Pelicans, I think they're giving up the most assists over the last 10 games. So I could be wrong there, but yeah, they're definitely a great assist matchup. So definitely not going to tell you to play the under on that. DeMar RA under. Yeah, no, I think that also does make sense. I like his under assists for sure. Guys, so here's one thing about the Pacers is that if you go to, and let me quick pull this up. So the Pacers defense has actually been kind of better recently. It makes sense. They're getting healthier. Pacers are allowing the 4th fewest assists over the last 10 games. So I was actually looking at DeMar assists. I don't think that they send any doubles his way. Oh wow, and it's plus money. Okay. But I believe DeMar, yeah. So DeMar, if you look at his assist chart, right? Obviously, you don't want to be assisting to the 3-point line, and that's like pretty high. Like if you look at Russell Westbrook's assists, all those are coming inside the arc. Malik Monk, very high percentage inside the arc. Zach LaVine, even pretty high percentage inside the arc. DeMar's assists usually go to the perimeter, which is terrible against the Pacers. So there's no shooter with Westbrook, and I guess without Sabonis too, we could see how many potentials he's been averaging. Only 6.3, which isn't much difference than his season total. And Heat makes sense. They definitely overhelp. So Memphis a little bit does. Jazz is a great assist matchup. Okay, so his RA is. Yeah, dude. I think this makes a lot of sense. I think you might be playing with a little bit of random rebound variance fire with. Let's do without Sabonis. But let's see with Westbrook. No, I actually really like this. I do really like this. I think that because I really like his under 3.5 assists, honestly, and that actually maybe should have been a play, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, I think that's actually a really good one, Trevor. His head is always under against the Suns. So I will say this though, like this Suns team is way different than like it has been in past. I do agree with you on this though. I think that like the Spurs matchup was really good. Obviously, the Pelicans matchup was super, super good for him. So he's definitely a sell high candidate. And the Suns just are a good defense for sure. So we could see they're fine against spot up. They're overall pretty good against the 3-point line. I mean, they're a good defense. Like they really are a good defense. They play hard as hell. I guess one thing we could maybe just do is like with Anton Julius, and then because some of these are kind of skewed. He's definitely been playing more minutes as of recent, right? Like he's played, I think 23 plus in like a lot straight. I'd probably have him at like 27 minutes or so. So we could do like 24 to like 32. And yeah, no, and I think that this is definitely like, yeah, so he had a, pretty poor game against the Suns, not crazy like variance or anything. We could do like against and like do a defensive rating filter. Just like overall filter good defenses out, or let's filter out like the shit defenses, Yeah. So Denver's a pretty bad defense too, and Spurs without Wemby, they're not great either. Yeah, no, I think I do lean under with you. I don't think it's like any like crazy angle or anything, but I definitely do lean under with you. I think it's a good sell spot on Nas for sure. Yes, for Champagne threes. Yep. So Gambly's good. Like you could go to like Nas Reed 3+, or Julian Champagne 3+ 3-pointers made. And see, it's cool. It's like ChatGPT of sports betting, guys. It's pretty cool. And I actually need to like log in. Continue with Google. Okay, let's see if it pulls it up. I wonder what it's at now. I got it at like plus 210 in the morning. Okay. Julian Shin. Did something happen? Or okay, so Dylan Brooks is available to play. Damn. Okay, that kind of sucks. I was hoping that like just for well, also I'm on Colin Gillespie stuff. And I played some Mike Conley stuff too, so that's actually not great at all. But guys, so Colin Gillespie he just cratered. Guys, I think that this is a great bet. I played Colin Gillespie at 16 and a half. If you can get him at 15 and a half, I think that's a really good look, man. Yeah, I liked it with or without him playing. So yeah, I don't know what the Champagne 3+3s are, but Siakam over 31.5 PR is laddered. Yep. No, it's a great matchup, dude. It's absolutely a great matchup. I agree. ETC. That's sharp reasoning too. Westbrook first quarter assists. Okay, I do kind of think it's a decent Westbrook assist matchup for sure. So Westbrook, we could see without Sabonis, without Schroeder. He has been playing. So I'm guessing you're getting that at Bet365. 8 minutes, 6 minutes. Do you have? Okay. So it looks like you're looking at like 7 minutes probably in the first quarter. And like, yeah, I mean, just let's see, in these games without Schroeder, without Sabonis, just go assists. I don't hate the assist matchup, even though they don't allow a ton of assists. Yeah, no, I mean, like 1/4 of this, right? You just like kind of simple math it up, right? 2.1 or something. Yeah, no, I don't hate it. It depends on the juice for sure, but yeah. Julius Randle under 12.5 rebounds and assists, 32.5 PRA, inflated stats. It's a bad defense. 2 games versus Brooks with Ant. So here's the thing I want to say on this with Julius unders is that, are we sure that Dylan Brooks is going to guard Randle? I mean, because who's going to guard Ant? I mean, I didn't really watch that game last time. I would have to maybe wait to see who they start. You know, Dylan Brooks is playing. He wants to play against Ant. Herb Jones is in too, which is cool. But yeah, so I mean, Julius Randle at 19.5, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this feels really low. Like, even if you do like games like with Ant, I don't know, man. It seems pretty low. Julius had he shot the ball pretty poorly, to be honest. Like 6 for 13, 2 for 7 from deep, 6 for 9 from the stripe, and still had 20 points in 34 minutes. And that was a game that Ant had 40 points. Now you got like Ant's under the weather and stuff. I guess you're talking about like rebounds and assists, though. Yeah, only had 7 against the Suns. Okay. I guess I don't think they double Randle a ton. That's kind of like that's kind of what I'm thinking for the points angle, at least. But yeah, definitely had some inflated stats against bad teams. Definitely not wrong there, like the Jazz and stuff. I remember I tried playing his under against the Kings, which was super dumb. But yeah, I don't really have a crazy opinion on that. I appreciate stuff like this. Let's others seize. Yeah, 100%, dude. I think it's fun. I appreciate you commenting that. TJ McConnell assists. So I actually would not touch any TJ McConnell overs personally, dude. I don't know what it's at. Is it at 3.5? It's at 4.5. So he's playing like really low minutes, like really low minutes, like 17. He played so good in this game, dude. I was on his over. Like literally, it was just like a ball of energy, making his shots and everything too. Was really good on a plus-minus scale too. Like they were winning his minutes. They only gave him 17 minutes, and then they've only played him 14 here. So I mean, yeah, it's a great assist matchup for sure. But like, this 14 minutes, I'd probably have him around like 15 minutes or something, to be honest with you. And I just can't get there, especially at like a juice number with like those minutes that he's gonna play. Hey, thank you for reposting FSM prop. I appreciate it. What's going on? Yeah, Castle over assists. Like I said, I think that's like wait for the starting lineup for sure. If he's in the starting lineup, I'd say go for it. If not, well, I guess maybe that actually might be better if he's not in the starting lineup. Like I said, I'm like I really like his threes potentially. And yeah, his line does seem so damn low. I guess it's just like tough to kind of see what minutes he's gonna play. If he starts, I'd probably have him at like 26 minutes, and if he comes off the bench, maybe like 23, 22. So kind of a big difference there. But yeah, no, he's been great. And then without Fox, or with Fox, he's been really good for whatever reason, like assisting the Rock. And then yeah, without Wemby, just I think Wemby's a great assist target. I guess we could even Castle and Wemby, like they played they kind of got hurt at the exact same time. So if you go to like, let's see, Fox or Yeah, it's not going to be enough of a sample. Let's just go with like Wemby off the court and see where Fox or where Castle's at. Because you can make the case like Wemby's like a great assist target, but also like he's going to take up stuff. And yeah, Castle's, geez, dude, he's at 10 assists per 36. That's crazy. And yeah, like the numbers, I mean, I'm sure they're better with Fox on too. We're going to like be really selling ourselves short with sample size here, but like 10 divided by 36 times, what was it, 25? Yeah, like 7 assists. And then you have no, okay, so Fox on, Wemby off. Castle's only played 13 minutes, yeah, so don't even pay much to that sample size. So yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, you might be onto something, dude, because even if it's like 25 minutes that you have Castle at, he's at 6.9 assists, and it's against the Pelicans. So yeah, honestly, I might have to rethink this one. You guys might have sold me on this. You guys really might have sold me on this, man. I'm probably just gonna wait for this starting lineup stuff, see if he's starting. But yeah, you might have sold me on this, man. He's really assists the ball well this year. No, I only use Props Madness. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I only use Props Madness. Okay, guys, let's see here. Brooks 19.5 field goal attempts. So look, his Achilles injury does kind of scare me a little bit, like genuinely, like just like Achilles calf stuff, like without even like sitting a game out and being a true game time decision. I don't know, man. That shit scares me a little bit. Look, if the game goes as normal, as everything goes as normal, this game's somewhat competitive, he should absolutely soar over that. I just got to be honest, like that Achilles stuff kind of scares me like a little bit. Okay, guys, real quick, gonna take a little stop in the action. Look, I'm gonna take a time to shout out to Novig, guys. I do have it linked down below on X. It's also linked down below on YouTube. Look, I think that peer-to-peer, if you guys don't know what Novig is, it's like a peer-to-peer sweepstakes. Pros about it is there's no limiting. Like if you guys have experienced a little bit of winning on most of like the rec books, I'm sure you guys have experienced getting limited. There's absolutely none of that. You can get down whatever you want as long as there's liquidity on the other side. And if you go to like most props here, maybe it's not going to be the case for everything, but they are going to have the best number in market most of the time due to, it being peer-to-peer. So you're going to get a ton of good numbers. I use it multiple times every single day, probably like 30-40% of my bets I place are going to be on Novig because of, just wanting to get the best number. So look, if you guys are serious about betting, you should care about getting good numbers. Novig will help with that. It's just a great asset to have. So make sure to download Novig. I do have a link to download it below. Use my code TYSB, and when you deposit and spend per play $5, they'll give you 50 to play with too. Okay, call me crazy, but I like Rudy Gobert points tonight. Thoughts? Dude, I don't I don't hate it, man. I really don't. What's it at? Is that 9.5? Okay, so it's at 10.5. I liked it more. His rebounds are there. So there was a 19.5 points and rebounds line. Looks like someone took all the liquidity on Novig on that. I like the 19.5 PR for sure. I lean over at 20.5. So the Suns are pretty good at defending the restricted area. That's like the one thing you kind of want to look at with Rudy Gobert. But look, Rudy against these like slug it out teams, these like not saying the Suns are bad, but just like they're down so many guys. He just tends to like kind of dominate those games. I couldn't tell you why. But yeah, just honestly, man, I think that I like betting Rudy against like a team like the Bulls, 76ers, Hawks, Wizards, Pelicans, Nets, like teams that are giving up a lot of stuff in the restricted area is because look at Rudy's chart, bro. I mean, we all know that he has absolutely no offensive skill. But yeah, no, I actually for sure lean over on some Rudy stuff. Had a good game against the Suns too. What was that like? And shot 5 for 10, dude. Like he shot really poor in this game. Like 5 for 10, 2 for 4. So definitely left some meat on the table or meat on the bone, right? Rudy Gobert should be shooting like 6 for 10 is like a normal game or something. What's he shooting this year? I feel like he's shooting 73%, right? So yeah, that's really poor from him. So yeah, really good volume. Dude, I lean over with you. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like it. What is Mark Williams at? He's at 11.5. So what we could do here is we could take where is the Sun? So Rudy Gobert is definitely Mark Williams. Like, say what you want about Rudy Gobert. Like, yeah, he had a good game against him for sure. Really good game, actually. But I don't think this is like a good matchup for him by any means. And I guess the Wolves have actually been. Maybe I'm overrating my Wolves, dude. We're pretty mid at points in the paint allowed. I guess that's true. It's like the Randall and Reed minutes, like the backup minutes are definitely like a layup line for sure. So there's that. But yeah, he did have a good game. I guess the Wolves haven't really been all that good. It does sound a little bit low. Let me quick check it out. He stayed, let's see, that was the first game without Booker, right? I guess that game was kind of without Booker. Go like off the court, Booker and Green, and see where that gets him to. Let's see. Yeah, we got. Okay, so Herb Jones is in. Okay, Dylan Brooks is in. Like I said, guys, this Colin Gillespie line though, this is something I already played. I actually got a terrible number on it. Like I said, it was at like 16.5 this morning. So I highly recommend playing this Colin Gillespie line personally. I think it's great. Okay, Devin Booker and Jalen Green. Okay, so Mark, small sample size and shooting very good in the sample size, I will say. But yeah, okay. He's at like 19.9 points. What's he just at like on the year? Because okay, I'm not gonna lie, Mark Williams is a pretty good offensive player. He's at 12.7 points on 25 minutes. His minutes have been really weird. I probably, there definitely is a little bit of bullet risk. He looks like he hasn't ever played over 30. I definitely have him like a little bit over this though, and definitely seems to see like a little bit of a bump too with Booker off the court. I think I'd lean over on Mark. Like I said, I don't have any crazy opinion. I just like no one ball, right? Like I don't think this is like a great matchup by any means. Just like with this head-to-head against Gobert. Did have a good game, like I said, not ignoring that. But yeah, I think I'd actually lean over. This 11.5 line does feel pretty slim. So Monday Night Football, I'd say my strongest lean, and I'll just quick like switch over here for a split second. I looked at it for a little bit, man. I think the rushing stuff kind of flipped, right? I really like some Kamani Vidal stuff. Hampton, let's see, I like his longest rush at 10.5 yards. I know I kind of contradicted myself. I also like Barkley at 2.5 receptions, like a lot, because Chargers basically like only play zone, pretty much like only zone defense. So that's just good for like running back receptions, and Barkley's numbers tend to back this up. If this line was less juice, I would like Brown under 5.5 receptions. He sees pretty significant splits between man and zone defense, and I think that he's just probably a good sell high in general. I don't think he's going to continue to like do this every week, especially with how shitty this Eagles offense is looking. But yeah, those are probably my leans there. Yeah, So Sadiq Bey, that definitely does make a lot of sense with Herb Jones back. So we got. I will say I don't think Herb's going to play a ton, but definitely like a decrease in minutes from Sadiq Bey here, I would say. So it's like 33 minutes, 33. He's been pretty consistent there. Let's see with Herb. Then he was at 29. Yeah, I'd probably have him at like 30 minutes here. I don't know like what he's at per 30. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of math here, because Herb's not going to like affect his usage by any means, like obviously. But yeah, I'd probably, like I said, I'd probably have him at 30 minutes. Oh, actually, let's do it without Zion though, and cool. Okay. Yeah, because you got to take into account that Zion and Poole aren't playing. Honestly, dude, this line feels pretty efficient, right? He's at 27.5 PRA in these games, 32 minutes. Yeah, Herb's like not going to affect his usage at all. Like I said, I'd probably have Sadiq at 30 minutes. Maybe I'm off on that, to be honest. But that's probably where I'd have him at. I think it's probably like a little bit efficient. Yeah, that's a really good one, dude. That's a really, really good one. I really like his under 3.5 threes. And I was actually hoping that Brooks got ruled out so I could take it there. But yeah, his under 2.5 threes. Looks like, guys, look at this, man. So really, really good line on Novig. And I'm actually going to play this right now because this line is way off market if there is still liquidity up. And let me see if there's any liquidity here. I'm going to just play this on the side. Like I said, I'm not going to like grade this or send it out or anything or tout it as official because like obviously it's not widely available. But Novig has a -110 on Royce under 2.5 threes. Oh, okay. Looks like that's like a little bit stale. Yeah, that's stale. So that one got sniped up. So bad example. But yeah, no, Royce stuff, man. If this wasn't stale, and maybe you could go check out Profit X for that too. Like honestly. But yeah, the under 7.5 3-pointers attempted is a great look, dude. Like if you take Booker and Green off the court, Royce is at about 7.7 threes. And now you got to take into account though he's playing the Wolves, who like last 10 games, like they don't allow barely any catch and shoot threes. So yeah, they're gonna play all these guys straight up. They're gonna let Brooks chuck away, Gillespie chuck away, Grayson Allen chuck away. Yeah, it's yeah. This is a brutal spot for Royce. That's a really good one, man. Is that on 365, Rockhill? Could you comment that down below? Queen over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. No Zion. Spurs with no Wemby. Herb spreading the court. So here's the thing, though. Luke Cornett's a very good defender too. Like, yes, there's no Wemby. Luke Cornett's a very good defender. Like, they were like an absolute layup line last time. But with Luke Cornett in, it seems like it was pretty precautionary. And guys, I kind of actually like Cornett at 7.5 points, to be honest with you, because he's a big time like restricted area scorer. Same with like assist a little bit. Don't hate that. Rebounds. Don't know if I like that. What's his PA at? Okay, I was hoping for a 9.5. Yeah, I don't know about Queen stuff. Spurs defense is definitely taking a hit for sure. Like I said, individual matchup though. I think it's kind of tough. If you do like without Zion, with Poole, or without Poole, and then you do with like Yves Missi, and even Makovic kind of matters a little bit. Like his minutes aren't like all that great, to be honest. Like he had that 38 minute, but then like it's like 29, 25, 26, 26. Yeah, his minutes have really not been that great with like Matkovic and Missi playing. And I don't like his individual matchup with Cornett on the glass and in terms of scoring. So I'd probably stay off that personally. Actually, to be honest, not trying to be a hater here, but like let me quick like check this out and just see like, because I actually do kind of like the under a little bit. What's this just like PR though? Is that a 20.5? Yeah, I kind of actually really like his under. Like not to be a hater here, but like I probably would only have him at like 26 minutes, to be honest with you. And if you do like 26 divided by 29.1 times 20.7, I'd probably have this. I think I'd probably set this line at like 18.5, honestly. So okay, Jarris under, yeah, dude. You could sell me on that for sure. Like, dude, he played 9 minutes last game. What is this line at? 7.5. Looks like some pretty sharp money coming in on the under. Really good line at Novik if you like that for sure. What's his PRA at? 11.5. I mean, dude, like if you do like him with like less than, I don't know, 20, I'd probably have him at like, yeah. I mean, dude, like he's not been good whatsoever. He's been playing really big minutes, and he's like I said, he literally played 9 minutes last game. So I wouldn't expect that again per se. But like I'd probably have him at like 15, I'd say. And yeah, if he's not going to get minutes, he's tough. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's actually a point that I forgot to make that I actually really, really like. So look, Dylan Brooks is like such an agitator, bro. Like he genuinely like wakes Ant the hell up. Like Ant's probably in a decent buy low spot. Obviously, like the illness is like a little bit concerning for sure. It definitely is concerning. But Dylan Brooks, like if you go, like he's such like an agitator. Like Ant sometimes needs that stuff. So Anthony Edwards stats or logs versus Dylan Brooks. 41, 37, 41, 29, 21, 37. Since he got traded to the Rockets and that's kind of like, so was that all I think that's all last year, if I'm not mistaken. I guess no, some of that. So like last year was 29 points, 21 points, and then 37, 41, dude. I mean, no, like that's actually like genuinely an angle, bro, because like Ant might not have been getting up for this game. I can like almost guarantee you that he's up for this game against Dylan Brooks. So I genuinely might play this. I do expect them to be aggressive against Ant though, to be honest. I hate that like he had such a good game against him last time. But like, dude, I've bet against Ant in aggressive coverages before, and like honestly, sometimes that shit just doesn't even matter. Like if he's like engaged, if you get like a superstar like super engaged, it doesn't matter. So yeah, no, I actually really like this. I might play it, to be honest with you. I think it makes a ton of sense. Dylan Brooks, like just, I mean, seriously, dude, like this might sound square, but like he really just pisses Ant off so much. Yeah. Do you have anything on Heat Magic? Is there props out for this? No, I definitely don't. It looks like there is a couple on like the Aussie books, but yeah, Hero definitely fits the system play for sure. You like Dante for a bounce back. let's see, what is Dante done? And here's the thing with Ant too, though, is like he's in a good spot, man. Like he's coming off of 2 like very piss poor games. And yeah, man, it's like I don't think he's gonna have too many terrible games in a row, to be honest with you. So you have that on your side as well. Okay, let's see. DiVincenzo. Yeah, let's see. He had decent volume. If they're aggressive on Ant, I could see it for sure. And this is a pretty low line, to be honest, for Dante, like with Ant and Julius. He's been playing good minutes too, so I don't hate it. No, I definitely don't hate it for sure. Yo, what's happening? What's going on, Dave? How we doing? Hey guys, by the way, let's see, we got about 40 people on here on YouTube. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, sub the channel, keep the comments going. It's all greatly appreciated. It's 5.5 3-pointers attempted. It changed. Who did? Are we talking about Royce O'Neal or? Yep, Saquon receiving yards. Yeah, I like that. I like that a ton. Do I like Kings money line? No, I don't like it. I'm just not a Kings guy, dude. I'm just not a Kings guy. Was 8.5, but I think it's solid. Won't need his size when. Let's see, what was Adrian talking about? Jarris under, yeah. Yep, no, I agree, dude. I completely agree on the Jarris unders. Yeah, Ant is hard to bet on, dude. He definitely is. Like I said, hot sauce. I think someone asked about Brooks' field goal attempts. I definitely agree. If everything goes to right, like he doesn't leave injured, his Achilles isn't actually an issue. The game stays close. Like, yes, absolutely. He should absolutely go over like all his field goal attempt stuff. But I just am a little bit turned off by his injuries. So yeah. Okay. Spurs Pelicans. So we've kind of just been going off. We haven't really been doing a ton here. I guess we're doing so we have Wolves are doing the typical starting lineup: Edwards, Dante, Jaden, Julius, and Rudy. Stephon Castle is back in the starting lineup. So I think that that assist prop, that threes, I think that all that stuff makes a ton of sense for Stephon Castle. Like I said, I'll probably do like the Stephon Castle live angle, to be honest, but like the assist prop at 5.5 men with him starting, like I said, think you can probably pencil him in for 25 minutes. Like I said, he is coming off of a hip injury, so they're definitely going to be somewhat conservative with him. This isn't going to be some 30 minutes off rip. I don't think, at least. But yeah, but even then, right, his assist numbers have been really, really good, and they get better with Wemby off, and yeah, it's against the Pelicans, so definitely a great matchup. Okay, guys, I think that's probably going to do it. So yeah, I would think that Royce O'Neal probably guards Julius here. But yeah, like I said, guys, I don't really know if I'm going to add anything official. Like I said, this slate is like so crappy. Like I don't really feel like it's a need to like really do anything crazy on this slate. But like I said, I'm going to heavily contemplate that Castle 5.5 assist line. Was there anything else that we went over? I just kind of want to recap everything that we went over. I am going to heavily contemplate Ant. I will say Ant's nervous though, right? Like, I mean, have you guys ever tried like working out or playing a sport sick? Like that shit sucks. So, I mean, yeah, he's playing through it. He's a competitor. Dillon Brooks, I truly do actually think that angle matters. Like he really does not like Dillon Brooks, man. And Dillon Brooks is just going to agitate him. I think that Dillon Brooks playing does matter. DeMar already got 2 assists. Jeez, dude. Wow. Okay, well, that actually sucks ass. Naz Reid assists. Nah. Naz Reid has had great matchups. 1.5. Okay. These Pelicans matchups are like inflating it. Like I said, these Pelicans are so good for like random role player assists, guys. Like someone on the Spurs, like whether it's like Keldon Johnson, you're gonna look up, dude. One of these like random role players on the Spurs, Harrison Barnes, dude. You're gonna look up and they're gonna have like a ton of assists, dude. Like just genuinely, like honestly, guys, this minus 125 Harrison Barnes assist line at MGM is like a great look. Like it genuinely is, dude. I don't know if you guys can get down on it, but like. Yeah, this is a great look, bro. Because he's gonna just touch the ball more than usual because they're gonna throw some crazy stuff at Fox. And by the way, we didn't talk about Fox at all. I couldn't get there on like a per minute basis. I couldn't get there with my numbers, but I do think that Fox like under points and rebounds, under points is like a pretty strong lean of mine. Out of curiosity, do you play mostly straights? Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, look at my channel name, right? Straight betting. That's where straight betting came from. It's like straight betting, like doing straight bets. It's also like straight betting. It's got like a cool like rhythm to it. But that's like why my channel's named Straight Betting. It's like I don't really do parlays. I actually, unless I'm trying to like grift engagement here or there or see some like value on like some like correlated stuff. Like, yeah, no, I just do straight bets for sure. With Queen under PR, do you think he needs a blowout? He hits consistently. But yeah, here's the thing. I don't think he plays 30 plus minutes, right? So if you go to like, they've been playing a lot of first of all, this dude gets into foul trouble a ton. But if you just do like with Misi, because they give Misi and Makovic decent minutes, right? And obviously some of these games were early in the year. But if you go like recently, right, this Nets game only played 26 minutes before that. And you could do like without Zion too, right? Yeah, it's like this one. So he played one game with like 38 minutes, but then like 29 minutes, 25 minutes, 26. So yeah, they like to play Makovic and Misi a fair bit. Like obviously Misi's like a second year guy. Definitely has like a little bit of potential, I guess you could say, or definitely someone that they want to, give minutes to and stuff. So yeah. Okay, cool. Like I said, guys, contemplating Castle assists. Was there anything else we talked about? Yep, Ant points. That game started. Was there anything else in the Wolves game that we talked about? Royce O'Neal under 3-pointers attempted. I probably will rip that at what's it called at 365. To be honest, what's up, J-Man? Sorry, man. The stream's ending right now. Yeah, Royce. I'm gonna check bet 365 right now for that Royce O'Neal prop real quick. To be honest with you, and I wonder if anyone has played it or not. But yep, J-Man, I'm on Champagne 3 threes. Fears under points. I have not actually looked into that, to be honest with you. But let's see. Really, it got bumped down to 5.5. Jeez. Yeah, that sucks because that was actually like a really good look. Damn. Okay. Yeah, and that's probably efficient. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. As always, guys, okay. Yeah, that's a really good line, bro. 10.5. That's way off market everywhere else. So yeah, if you guys do have Camby, make sure to check that out. But yeah, as always, guys, do appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you guys do want to check out Props Madness, like I said, I already plugged Novig. But if you guys do want to check out Props Madness, like I said, guys, this is the best tool in the market, in my opinion, for researching NBA props. I think that if you research props on your own, you absolutely do need it. Obviously, was kind of showing it off behind me the entire stream. If you guys do want to check it out, there is a code, my code SP25 to get you 25% off your first purchase. Like I said, truly can't say enough good things about Props Madness. It is, like I said, the best research tool out there. So yeah, as always, guys, do appreciate you guys tuning in. Tomorrow should be pretty fun, man. I'm going to try and have like maybe Ozbets on or someone, or just I'm going to try to have someone on for that, because these cup games are, they're basically like playoff. They get treated like semi playoff games, right? So there's a lot more tactical stuff going into them, and, a lot more talk and hoops that you can get into with like the nitty gritty stuff. And I think that will be like a lot of fun to get into. So yeah, as always, guys, do appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.